How's the day after?
No, cool. I actually had a good day. I mean, I didn't expect. I thought I'd run second to Isivunga Vungu, so it's a winner. Are you
Yeah,
recording?
I am recording. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I didn't expect to beat Isivunga Vungu because the form shows that he's always beaten Thunderstruck. So that's a bonus. I see Pambili was way out of the weights, too short, and she ran a great second. So that's another bonus. Obviously, I thought my best ride on the day was See It Again, hoping to beat
Mm.
Charles Dickens. But it just shows you how good Charles Dickens is over a mile when he's at his best.
Mm.
I've ridden against him. The way he's come past me before in the finish is you don't get that from every horse. And your top horses do that.
Right.
So I can't be unhappy running second to Charles Dickens. So great day, great day.
Okay. Did you watch all the other races, Pierre?
I did watch some of them, yes.
So I think I found a really good horse that ran yesterday, like a really good horse.
Right.
Mucho Dinero.
Yes. Well, if I can talk about him, he doesn't jump very well, so Grant was forced to sit at the back.
Mm.
But the fact that they went that slow means that a horse sitting up handy should have had the advantage and kept going.
Yeah.
But he was able to come from the back on a slow run race and mow them down. Was very impressive. So that horse could be anything. I mean, he could improve a lot in
Well,
future.
let me tell you how good he is, Pierre.
Yeah.
If he had run against Beach Bomb, okay,
Yeah.
he would have beaten it by about half a length, giving it 4.5 kilos.
Is that because of the time?
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, it's a good point. Time means everything, really. But the problem, they go very slow in the beginning. It messes up the time completely.
I get it.
But
We've had this debate before as
yeah, but
friends.
saying that, in that race as well, no one wanted to lead. Princess Keller eventually went around the field to sit up second.
Correct.
That was a complete. Those two races were complete wrong times, if I can say.
No, I get it. But I mean, he did quicken up. And funnily enough, Beach Bomb quickened up as well. I see on
Yeah,
Sporting Post, there's an Oak having a go at Andrews. But the reality is, JP also sat off the pace. It came off a slow pace and shit him, to be honest.
yeah. Look, you got to look at like Andrews. I'm not here to criticize jockeys
No,
because
I'll
you can
do that.
criticize every
I'll do
jockey
that.
every race if you want to.
I'll
But
do that.
apparently, she's got a galloper, one pace, strong galloper. I actually was while we were watching the race in the jockey room. Many of us were quite surprised that he didn't take it up because when you go
Yeah.
that, you are not doing yourself any justice if you're riding a one pacer. So maybe he made a wrong decision there, you know. But I mean, then the horse is going first time of 1800. How do we know? You know, I mean, he's been riding a horse. How can we tell him how
Yeah.
to ride?
Well, I'll tell you what I think. So today I saw two races, one in Joburg and one in Durban, and both for me as an owner and follower of racing, the only time I shout at a jockey is when they're going no pace and the horse is fighting for its head. So funnily enough, today Jason Gates rode a horse for the Aussies
Yeah,
in the second race, and he looped the field and went because they were going slow. And he got beat. But I
yeah,
think I'd rather get beat like that than
yes,
sit. And
he
then
did.
at Scottsville, I saw the same thing. I saw two jocks going round the field because they were going too slow. So me personally, as a follower of racing for a fucking long time, I'd rather see Oak go and get beat than sit and get beat.
Yeah, yeah. Look, Sometimes as a jockey, you can see they're going too slow, but you're stuck in behind the pacemaker,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
there's nothing you can do. I'll give you an example. On Thursday, I rode a horse in the last race at Turfentine for Brett Warren.
Yes.
Um,
Brett
Team
Warren.
Warrior.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop the story. Stop the story. How long have you been riding for Brett?
Jeez, like,
China.
from P to Joe, because it was one of the reasons was because Brett Warren was going to give me like a stable job. Well, not at the
Yeah,
time. Started doing well, and then I got the job.
yeah.
Yes, 1988. But
You
I
rode
rode
some good horses for Brett. He's a good trainer, isn't he?
well, and he's he's battles with good horses, So if he
Yeah,
builds up, he can do it. But I rode a horse for him. I placed the horse handier than before. Had a good position, but they went so slow, and I was stuck behind the pacemaker,
yeah.
and jockeys on the outside were moving up closer, closer, closer. But because I couldn't just pull out, I fell back. But just before the straight, when I did eventually pull out, I pulled out and I bumped Muzigeni. He got so annoyed that he pushed me back in behind another horse, and I almost fell and came down.
Who was
And
he?
yes, well,
You
my
can't
old mate.
box him, mate. He can do kung fu that out.
Oh, geez, like I tell you what, if he was Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'd be very worried. Uh, so what I'm saying is sometimes you want to do the right move, but you also know
Yeah.
jockeys are not going to be kind to you. And I tried to move out, which was the right move, but obviously he was annoyed because now he had no cover, and he pushed me in behind another horse, and I almost came down. So sometimes us jockeys are, you're stuck in a position because you place your horse in the right position, and the race doesn't work out. And a perfect example of going slow and pinching it was when Richard Ferry won that race for Tyron Zaki, because
Yeah.
he made an early move. Horse kept going. It was a great ride.
So when I'm out looking for chicks and when I'm listening to jockeys, I have very selective hearing. So all I've heard in the last 4 minutes is follow Supreme Dance next time out.
Well, I wouldn't be too confident that
You're too negative.
if there were excuses, I wouldn't be too confident.
Listen, the horse hasn't got bad form. I was just looking now. It ran beyond Atticus Finch, that horse, man.
Yeah, but little issues there. I'll tell you about it.
Yeah,
Not
when you
no,
retire.
no, just not the way I like the way he's moving. He's not moving very well.
Oh,
He's
okay. All right. But he looks like a genuinely, I mean, he looks like a nice horse. He's only run unplaced 4 or 5 times in his career, to be fair. So,
no,
yeah,
he's try. He's a genuine horse.
yeah. Okay. But that's good because the first video you and I done was quite funny, I think, and we got a lot of feedback. I got a lot of criticism for not letting you speak, funnily enough. But
Okay.
maybe going forward, we can talk about stuff like that the guy, like nobody else really is talking to you guys and asking like exactly what happens sometimes in a race. That it's easy to criticize from home, but the reality is, like you said, you tried to do something, you went round, Muzi boxed you back in, which I suppose is race riding, right? Would you call it race riding?
Yeah, yes. I was trying to do massing from a race riding point of view.
That's it.
I'm more annoyed Muzi, and he put me back in, and that's his race riding.
Yeah.
We all, try to do the best
Yeah,
for ourselves.
100%. Well, the people are going to love that. So I don't know if you saw what happened in Ireland the other day. Willie Mullins sent out 2 horses. One of them was like odds on, and he had another horse in the race. And his son was on one of them, and his nephew was on the other. So the son, who's on the favorite, says to the nephew at the start, listen, just remember this horse jumps in a certain direction, so give me space. Well, when they come to the last fence, the nephew goes, fuck you, I'm going to try win the race. So he comes up on the inside, and obviously they could have both been beaten, right? But after the race, it's been all over the media here in England. The 2 oaks are shouting at each other. But here's the thing, right? AP, Ruby, they've all said, nah, he's there to ride his race.
Yes.
He's there to ride his race. Fuck his cousin. I don't care if he's on the favorite. I'm there to do the best for my horse. And I think when people hear you say that, all jockeys, you and I, we're gonna get this thing going better and better. I think we'll get a few oaks on and interview them and just be open and say, you know what, that's my job, is to get my horse ahead of that horse. And I don't think as an owner we say that enough. So like, I really wanted Cedar going to win yesterday. Look, I'm delighted that we saw a really good horse. Don't get me wrong, but that's from a racing purist perspective. I wanted if I have a bet, I want the horse that I back to win.
Of course,
right?
of course.
That means if I have a bet in a race and the bet is not on you, I want you to get beat. Simple.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's racing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what else about yesterday did you like?
Obviously Thunderstruck winning. You know, when I went down to the start, he was like very lackadaisical, you know. I thought this was going to win 1,000, not the way he's like just going through the motions, you know. He's quite a big, heavy horse. So I tried to go down a bit to the start a bit quicker, like you know, get ready for a sprint, you know, you got to wake up here, you know. And what happened, this horse is Sean Terry likes to put rubber boots on his horses on the front hooves, because that prevents sometimes from not pulling a shoe. Well, I was cantering down a bit faster because I wanted to get him to stretch. And next minute, this rubber boot came flying past my head. He obviously stood on one of his rubber boots and hooked it, and it shot up in the air. And I realized, well, I better, you know, slow down now. And as I started trotting, he pulled the whole shoe off. I thought, well, you know, already, you know, you're hoping to run a place, and now the shoe goes off. So I had to lead the horse halfway to the start. I mean, the farrier got the shoe back on, and then the horse won out of, you know, with all of that. So I'm really happy after that.
Yeah, I like that horse. I've always liked that horse. He won. I've always liked that horse, and I like Sean. I think Sean's a fantastic trainer, as all of the trainers that I use. You know, Tony, De Kock, Gareth. They're all lovely guys. You know, Alec Laird, as you know Alec very well. And tell me, what else yesterday, Pierre? Did you stay after the 7th, or did you leave?
No, I went upstairs for a few drinks. Krista she was entertaining herself in one of the lounge, and she invited a couple to join her. First time racing for them. They really loved it, and I think people don't realize how much fun horse racing is. Like they said, for the same price, you could go to an event 2-3 hours and it's finished. You've got a day's entertainment for the same type of money,
100%,
and good meal, excitement of seeing other people winning and losing, and you can have a bet at the same time if you wish. 100%. So I think racing, we're underselling ourselves.
Well, you haven't seen our latest poster, have you? So what we're doing now is, and we've already signed up like a few people, quite a few actually. So we're doing like, it's 199 Rand a month, right? But we want you to come racing. And if you are at the races when we have a winner, you're in the parade ring, we will take you out to dinner on the house, drinks and food.
Wow.
Yeah, for 199 bucks. So you're going to get the enjoyment of coming racing, hanging out with people like you and whatever. And if we fluke a winner, sorry?
If you go for dinner after, is it like the Wimpy or?
Well, if we take jockeys, then we have to go for milkshakes because Yoke's always on diet. But if we go with me, then we go. Wait, no, I'll tell you where we're going to go if we're in Joburg. We're going to go to your mate's place where we went the other day. Got a bit of a plug. What's that called?
The Butcher Boys in
China. How lekker was that food, eh?
Top class.
Yeah, top class. Yeah, that's going to be our destination in Joburg. If we have a winner at Turpentine and you're a member and you're on course, you have to be on course. We're going to party that night. 100%. Right. When are you riding again, Brew?
I'm suspended actually from today for a week. And so I'm riding this Tuesday a week.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's talk about Charles Dickens and wrap this thing up. Did you see Aldo Domeyer after the race?
Well, you know what? I think it was so much relief for that guy. He went crazy. I saw him behind the starting stalls on Charles Dickens, and I said to him, wow, that was looking really well. He's the color of the coat was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The horse just looked like $1 million.
Fantastic.
After the race, obviously, well done. I mean, I couldn't have beaten him. There was no excuses for me. So, I said, well done. And when I saw him again in the jockey room, he actually hugged me. I think not only was there joy, but there's also a bit of relief, because I think he's had some criticism in the past, and obviously the horse built up to be an absolute champion. He got beaten a couple of times, so he obviously felt the pressure.
Yeah.
But
It's understandable.
over a mile, I mean, I've see it again, I've won on him. I've ridden against Charles Dickens over a mile. When both are at their best, Charles Dickens is just his acceleration is just so good over meters. See it again, can't beat him. But over 2,000, it's sort of that acceleration of Charles Dickens sort of is not quite there, because I think it stretches him over the 2,000.
Okay.
And
you're confident of the meta?
Well, that's why I say I can beat him over 2,000. I don't know if Charles will run in a Met. They might still want to run it, even though it could be too far.
Yeah.
But I also nominate on the same day over 1,000 meters. I think it's the Cape Merchant, and he's drawn one, the best draw down the straight at Cape Town. Okay. So I think that I'm not sure where they're going to go. I haven't spoken to anyone, but they must still decide 1,000 meter sprint or 2,000 Met. Who knows?
Okay. So I love this thing. I was delighted that Aldo was going to the crowd, because that's what sport's about, right? And now what did I do? I ended up with egg on my face because I dissed Charles Dickens. Yeah. Right. Well, so today's video is going to end with me dedicating the following to Aldo Domeyer and to Drakenstein. Well done for winning. Sorry?
I can't wait to see it.
What do you think I'm going to do?
No, I don't think you're going to do it. But you really do it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
I got egg on my face. I dissed Charles Dickens, and I've ended up with egg on my face.
You've got no hair, so you're getting away lightly here. Okay.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Stay well. I'll talk to you soon.
Great stuff. All the best.
Well done. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.